I'm on a side quest to read all of the books on the banned books list of my local library system. The first book that was recommended I start with is Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. I just finished reading it yesterday and I didn't have any preconception of what the story was about before I started reading it, so it was kind of a little bit of a shock to me, having not read much literature from that time frame, with the use of slurs that was used against one of the characters. So that kind of surprised me and made me a little bit uncomfortable, but it was worth reading for me because I am really challenging myself to be uncomfortable, to learn more about history, and be more aware of what has happened in the past to go forward and be a better human, in the future. So with this story, it was worth reading for me, and what I took from it is that it was essentially a fable on choosing your company wisely, where the two characters, there's a man named George and a man named Lenny, and they are going from farm to farm, working, trying to save up to achieve this kind of utopian goal together. And something always happens where Lenny doesn't mean to do bad things, but he ends up putting them both in trouble. And so they finally end up at this last farm where the story takes place, and they are hoping and praying that something will not happen so that they can finally save up and get their farm. They want to have a farm together and have chickens and rabbits, and they go through this whole monologue of keeping Lenny invested and promising not to do bad things so that they can go and do those things that they want to do. And in the end, it's tragic. It was an interesting read. I don't know that I would have chosen to read this, but I'm glad that I did. And next book on the list is 1984 by George Orwell.